Hey guys, this is Krishna. So today I just want to take some time to walk you through the software that I use to edit my videos that I really like a lot. And this is Davinci Resolve. And basically, you will go to Blackmagic Design. This is the website over here. Or even if you're on Google, you just type Davinci Resolve, and the first link that will show up would be the right link, right? So once we're gonna get there, basically it's just gonna tell you a little bit more about the software in general. But this is to download. We can download it straight from here, or you can read a little bit more about what it does. But I'm gonna walk you through that. So today is just gonna be an introduction, and I'm gonna make several other videos that will go a little bit more in depth about some of the other features. But if I scroll down way at the bottom here, you're going to be able to see that there are two versions of DaVinci Resolve. There is DaVinci Resolve, the free version, and DaVinci Resolve Studio. And basically, that one is the studio version is the paid version is $295, so about $300. I will say for most people, I mean, if you're starting for as far as editing videos or making videos online, the free version is more than enough. It's more than capable. What I like about DaVinci Resolve is, a lot of the other free softwares that you will have, it's like somebody put it together in 30 minutes and wanted to sell it to you. The DaVinci Resolve, the free version, it is really polished. It can do a lot of things. It's a professional version, right? Some of the other tools that you're gonna have, I think, with the studio one, I don't have that, but just reading about it a little bit, I would say if you're really into making movies or making music videos, or you're working in TVs, you're collaborating, and you use like really advanced effects, then yeah, go ahead, get the studio one. But if you're still learning, you still just wanna learn about the software, start with the free one, install it, and later on, you can still upgrade. It's definitely not a problem. The main thing, I believe, the way they're making money, because this is really polished, DaVinci Resolve, the main way they're making money is with some of the other hardwares that they have that works really well with the software. And they also have like cameras over here. We're just looking at some keyboards and desktop console over here. But this company, Blackmagic, they also sell cameras and a bunch of tools, for everything that has to do with audio and videos, right? So it's very good. So go ahead, download the free version. It's pretty straightforward as far as installing it. The other thing as well, why I like it is because it is cross-platform. So you can work on this whether you're on Windows or whether you're on Mac, whether you're on Linux. It works really well, and that's one of the reasons why I like it a lot. One of the reasons why I tend to avoid software that only works either just on Mac or just on Windows is it's not flexible. I had that in the past with Mac software that I was using, and at some point I wanted to use the Windows, and I had a very hard time to export my data. That I was like, what? From now on, the only thing that I wanna do is use software that are cross platforms, and this is one of the reasons that I use that, and the other reason as well, it is free, right? So yeah, so go ahead and do it. I'm gonna start it up over here. Once you have installed it, you're gonna be able to start it up. I'm using this is DaVinci Resolve 17. It it used to be 16, and I don't remember when they upgraded, but not too long ago, which is really good. I mean, they made some adjustment there, but overall, if you're using 16, you could still follow along. It's pretty much the same thing. So as you get here, the first thing is probably to configure your database. Database, you can use the local database over here. Just gonna show you where it is, and that is fine. The main thing now is we want to create a project, or you can create a new database. The only thing I'm going to mention here, as far as the database, you can keep it on your hard drive on your computer. If you put it on an external hard drive, it's going to give you um, some type of warning, just because the the partition on those hard drives usually are not the best as far as reading um, and writing. So use the hard drive for your computer for the local database here, but you can create backup that you can put in your external hard drive, and I'm going to walk you through that. So over here, we're going to go create an untitled project, right? So we're going to start here. All right, guys, so this is where we're going to start. I just realized that I did not have the sample medias that we were supposed to use. So I just went ahead and downloaded that. It's from Pixel. If you don't know, it's a website where you can actually download some media here. So I just went ahead and downloaded a few that we're going to use here. So this over here, you're going to have the different screen that's going to allow you to perform a certain job. Over here we have the media, and over here this is where you're going to be able to look for all the different media that you have, that you want to import and use. This is where we're going to do it. You can do as well quite a bit of organization here, organizing those media and everything. Over here, cut. This is going to allow you to provide a rough cut. Go ahead, and uh, if you want to make a quick alignment of your different media, this is where you could do it. A lot of times I'm really just comfortable with the edit one over here. They used to not have that. This is a new feature that they probably had, I believe, for about a year and a half, maybe two, pushing it. But most of the time, they used to just have the edit one over here, and it's probably where we're gonna spend a lot of time. The fusion, it's where if you do things like you're familiar a little bit with After Effects, motion, those kind of things. You're working with green screen. This is where you could add those, adding effects to your videos. I don't really use it. I mean, I have no need of it, so I haven't really learned it. But I might show you a couple things or two. One of the other things that I use quite a bit really quickly over here is the color here is for color correction. So if you want to make your videos pop a little bit more, this is where you're gonna do it. And this one over here, if you're working with audio, with a lot of audio, you want to mix them a little bit, add some effects, this is where you do it. And the last one that we have here, then when your project is ready, you want to import it, you want to export it and send it either um, to YouTube or and you have different formats that you have here. The one that I use the most is just YouTube, because this is where that is where I upload my videos. That's the format that I use. So the a quick walkthrough will be, so I will go ahead and let me see here. Those are the sample that I just downloaded. So I will just drag them like that, right? So it's gonna go ahead, and my computer, this computer, when I bought it, it's actually a pretty good one, but did when I bought it, I thought I wasn't gonna um, use I thought I wasn't gonna use I thought I wasn't gonna use that I wasn't gonna do a lot of graphic stuff, and the graphic is not that great, but it does quite a few good things over here. So when we have the media over here, we can edit the metadata if that is something that we need to do. We can preview whatever file that we need over here. Just make sure we could do it from here. We could do it from there as well. And usually I just come here to the edit bar, right? And from here, another thing that I might do, that I do, is just to drag and drop those videos, just like that, wherever I want to put it, right? Just like this, right? And we're gonna go ahead and see a little bit later on. We're gonna see those different tools that the software is providing us. But really quickly, this will be uh, just a quick rundown of how you would do it. I usually skip the Fusion one and I just come here really quickly to color if there is anything that I need to adjust. Real quick, I might just boost this a little bit. It might not be even noticeable a lot of times as well. And those graphics seems to already be at already have some really great colors, so you might not want to boost it too much. And when everything is ready, or I might just do something with the saturation, maybe desaturate it a little bit. But we're gonna spend a little bit more time here later on. The Fairlight over here as well, if there is some things that needs to be done over here as well, I just make sure that my audio doesn't really clip, right? And when everything is done, this is where I'm gonna come and export it. The export When you export it, it does take quite a bit of time, depending on the the machine that you have, how many RAMs you have, and the CPU as well. So just be mindful of that when you do export it. But as if everything is good, then everything is good. So one thing I'm just gonna show you here, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to save it. So I'm just gonna call it test project, right? So now it has been saved and it's gonna show up over here on my project file over here. One thing I want to do though is export the project. So you have two ways of doing that. You can export just the project, which would be the file, just it's going to be a DRP file. So it's going to be a Davinci Resolve project file. And that one, when you export it, it doesn't include so let me do it. Actually, you're going to see that. So let me come here, test project, and I'm going to save it. And I'm going to go to my, you're going to see it here. So this is the file over here, and it doesn't include the media files that you use in the project. So if you do open it, if somebody else, maybe you give this file to somebody else, and they do open it later on, they're gonna see that a lot of times what it does is it's gonna let you know that those um, those those media over here are not linked and they're gonna appear red, right? So it's up to you to actually link those files. And the way you do it, if it was red over here, you would just select those and actually you would come here to relink selected files and you would select the folder where those files are actually contained, right? But if you want to export your project, with the DRP and the media files, what you do in that case is to come here and to export the project archive, right? So when you do that, what it's gonna do is gonna put it in. So it's gonna save it as a DRA project, right? So over here it's letting you know if you want to include those options. Depending on your case, you might want to do it and save it, right? So if we go ahead and have a look at it, you're gonna see here, if I open that it includes our project DRP and it's gonna include as well every media files um, that we have used in the project. So that is one way um, to export your document and maybe to archive them and save it somewhere. The last thing I also want to show you, uh, this is going to be really the last thing here, just for this introduction, is from time to time I really recommend when you're working on your project, Davinci Resolve is very stable, but just getting a good habit of saving your database, right? So the way I would do it is just come here, you would create a backup, select where you do it, and now for that backup, this is where I would select my external file and just save it there. So if anything happened later on, I can just come here, restore it, and it's gonna restore all my project. Okay, so this is what I just want to show you, just a walkthrough of DaVinci Resolve. I'm going to show you some of the other things that I use here and there, and if you have any questions, just let me know, and I will talk to you some other time. Okay, thank you. Bye.